Hello and welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, and today we're going to be playing game number 13 of the 1978 Boston Red Sox season. It'll be the second game against Cleveland. It's the April 22nd, April 22nd, 1978 game, which is a Saturday. So the middle game of a 3-game series. And it'll be Alan Ripley going up for the Red Sox against Rick Wise for the Cleveland Indians. So let's get this game started.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty. So like I said, Alan Ripley will be going up against the Cleveland Indians today. And he'll be facing a lineup which is as follows. Paul Dade leading off and playing right field. Johnny Grubb, the left fielder, bats second. Buddy Bell, the third baseman, is third. The cleanup hitter is Andre Thornton, the first baseman. Batting fifth will be the shortstop, Laurel Blanks. The DH today will be Willie Horton, batting sixth. Batting seventh will be the catcher, Ron Pruitt. The center fielder, Rick Manning, bats eighth. And Dwayne Kuiper, the second baseman, will bat ninth. Alan Ripley so far has had a rough start, does have a win. His record of 1-0, but does have an 8.68 ERA. 9 innings pitched, 18 hits allowed, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 2 home runs allowed. So he has had a bit of a rough start so far. So we'll see if today he can improve upon that. So Paul Dade is hitting .212 with a homer and 5 runs batted in so far. So let's get the game started. And it's a bunt base hit for Paul Dade. So the Indians have the leadoff runner on here in the top of the first. So next up will be Johnny Grubb. He's hitting just a $129 with 1 RBI. It's going to be a ground ball to Burleson. And it looks like he's going to field it. Fires the second for 1, and on the first for a tailor-made double play. So, just like that, the bases are empty, and Buddy Bell will be coming up. He's off to a really fast start, hitting 532 at-bats, so 16 hits and 32 at-bats, 3 doubles, and 4 RBIs. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be off Ripley's 5 column. So it'll be ground ball to Remy. And he is up with it. And he'll fire over to Scott, and that will retire the side. So we head to the bottom of the first. Boston Red Sox will be facing Rick Wise, who has a record of 0-2 so far, with an ERA of 5.54, 13 innings pitched, 14 hits allowed, 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. And the Red Sox lineup against him today will be Jerry Remy, the second baseman, bats first. The shortstop Rick Burleson will bat second. Jim Rice will be DHing today and batting third. Cleanup hitter will be Kyle Yastrzemski, the left fielder. Batting fifth will be Carlton Fisk, the catcher. Batting sixth, the center fielder Fred Lynn. First baseman George Scott bats seventh. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, bats eighth. And the third baseman today is Butch Hobson, who will bat ninth. So Jerry Remy will lead it off, hitting .360 with 7 RBIs. And it'll be a ground ball to Kuiper. Throws over to Thornton, 1 down. So Rick Burleson will be up next, hitting .320 with 9 runs batted in. It's going to be off of his 1 column. It'll be a ground ball to Bell. Fires over to Thornton, 2 down. Jim Rice up now, hitting .320 with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. It's going to be off of the 5 column, which is Wise's column. And he's going to have himself a base hit. Ripped one up the center. Red Sox have a 2-out base runner. Next up is Kyle Yastrzemski, hitting .260 with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. Does already have 8 walks on the season. It's going to be off of his 1 column. And it'll be a pop-up to Kuiper. And he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So, no score after 1. Andre Thornton will bat first here in the second inning. Struggling so far, hitting just 108 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. It's going to be off of his 3 column, and it'll be a ground ball to short. Burleson's up with it. Fires over to first. 1 down. Gets him by a step. Larvo Blank's up now. Hitting .306 with a homer and 3 runs batted in. And he gets under 1. And Lynn will make the catch for the second out. Willie Horton will come to the plate next. Hitting just a $167 with 2 homers and 3 runs batted in. It's going to be off of his 2 column, and he'll strike out. Strikes out swinging. So that's it for the Indians. No runs, no hits, and no errors. So the Red Sox will have Fisk, Lynn, and Scott up against Wise. Fisk is hitting .275 with 3 homers and 6 runs batted in. Ooh, this is his good column. Looks like he's going to get his pitch. And he'll draw a walk. Decides not to swing at it, as it was a little too high. Fred Lynn up now, with a runner in first and nobody out. Off to a great start, hitting .289 with 4 home runs already and 6 runs batted in. And he'll strike out swinging. So George Scott up now, homered in the last game. Hitting .298 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. So lined up in the pitch off his 1 column, and it looks like it's going to be a base hit. Found that base hit. And we're going to hold Fisk. So runners on first and second. 1 down for Dwight Evans. Hitting .227 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. It's off his 2 column, and he will strike out. Looking. Butch Hobson up now. He's hitting .319 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. See if he can get the Red Sox on the board. It's off the 5 column. And we'll be off the catcher's card, so range check on Pruitt. He's got a 4 range. And It's a pop-up, and he'll put it away, and that'll retire the side. The Red Sox do not score, so after 2 full, it's no score. And Pruitt will lead it off here in the top of the 3rd. Hitting 148. And he'll draw a leadoff walk. Rick Manning up now. Off to a fast start, hitting 364 with a couple RBIs. And he's going to show the bunt and lays it right down. Fisk looks at it, looks at second, but passes up the short first play and fires to first to retire Manning. So Pruitt will move up to second. So run in scoring position with 1 out. Dwayne Kuiper comes to the plate now. Struggling so far, hitting just $135. But does get himself a single. And Evans fires it back in. It's cut off, but they hold up Pruitt. The catcher running to the side of the hold him. But in with nobody out. So 1 out now. So the Red Sox will play back, or the corners will play in. Paul Dade, 1 for 1 so far. He's going to get his pitch here. And he's going to have himself a double just over the head of Lynn. So it looks like 1 run will come in. Kuiper will hold up Kuiper at 3rd. So the Indians take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. Johnny Grubb up now. He is 0 for 1. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. And he's going to get his pitch again. And just misses it. Looks like he just gets under it. Evans makes the catch. And looks like the run is going to come in. And Dade will move over to 3rd. So they need to take a 2-0 lead, but now with 2 outs. Buddy Bell comes up, hitting 0 for 1. And he's going to have himself a single. And Dade will come in to score. And the Indians now lead at 3-0. Thornton up. 0 for 1. And he will strike out. The Indians score 3, and after 2.5, lead at 3-0. Top of the order will come up now. Joey Remy, he's 0 for 1. And he'll have himself a single to right. Dade fires it back in. So Rick Burleson up now 0 for 1. It's going to be a ground ball, possible double play here. Over to 2nd for 1, over to 1st, double play. So that cleared the bases. Jim Rice, who's 1 for 1. And he'll strike out, and that will retire the side. So the Red Sox do not score and still trail it by 3. Marvel Blank steps to the plate, 0 for 1. And he'll find that walk. So leadoff walk. Willie Horton up now, 0 for 1. And a ground ball to 3rd. Red Sox have a chance to turn 2 also. Rise to Remy for 1. Back to Scott for double plays. So let's check the scoreboard. Baltimore's beating Kansas City 5-1. Texas leads Detroit 1-0. Oliver has hit a 2nd home run for Texas. Milwaukee leads New York 2-1. The White Sox lead the Blue Jays 4-0. California and Minnesota are tied at 1. Tanana is battling Erickson. Oakland leads Seattle 4-3. Guerrero has hit his first home run for Oakland. And here Cleveland leads 3-0. So Pruitt will come up with 2 down now in the top of the 4th. And he'll line out to Burleson, and that will tire the side. Alright, Kyle Yastrzemski will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the fourth. 0 for 1. And he'll pop it up, and Thornton's going to make the catch, 1 down. Carlton Fisk up now, walked his first time out. And he will fly out to Manning in center for the second out. Freddie line up now, 0 for 1. And it's going to be a fly ball to Grubb in left field. He's got a 2 range, so a 1, 2, and 3 will be a hit. Anything else will be a catch. Looks like it's going to be a catch. See if he handles it cleanly. And he does, and that will retire the side. So the Red Sox fail to score here in the fourth. See what the Indians can do here in the fifth. Ripley's trying to keep it close. In the actual game, he didn't even record an out before he was removed, so he's doing much better than he did in that game. So 5 column, and it's going to be a leadoff single for Manning. Kuiper up now. 1 for 1 with a run scored. And it looks like he's going to make it into a hit and run. And it's going to be lined to center with a base hit. And Manning's going to go to third on bobble by Lynn. But it's not, I think it's not considered an error. So the run is at the corners now with nobody out for Paul Dade. Some stirring in the Red Sox bullpen. Looks like Bob Stanley is going to get it up and start throwing. And he's going to ground to second. No, actually, no. Looks like he poked that one in the... Look, I thought it was a shorts. I ground up the shortstop, but it's actually a single. And the Indians score another run, and Kuiper moves to third, so run is still at the corners again. And the Indians now lead at 4-0. Fisk comes out and starts talking to Ripley. He is the windup and the pitch. And Evans can't get to it. It's a single for Grubb through the drawn-in infield. So again, it's going to be first and third, another run in. And it looks like Zimmer's coming to the mound. It looks like he's going to make the change. Looks like he's going to bring in Stanley. So Stanley's being brought in early today. So Stanley comes in the game with just an ERA of 0.75 with an 0-1 record. Does have 5 saves, 12 innings pitched, 12 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So, first batter he'll face will be Buddy Bell. Runners at the corners. It's going to be a ground ball to Burleson. Hopefully the Red Sox will give up a run to get 2 outs. Handles it cleanly. Over to Remy for 1. And they do. They turn a double play. 6-4-3. So it's a second out of the inning. A run does come in. There, Cleveland leads it now 6-0. Andre Thornton up now with the bases empty. And so it's going to be a fly ball to Yastrzemski. He's under it and makes the grab. But the Indians score 3, and after halfway through, they lead it 6-0. See if the Red Sox can get on the board. George Scott will lead it off. No, strikeout. Wise is pitching a great game so far. He's only allowed 3 hits. Evans up now. 0 for 1. And he'll strike out also. So back-to-back strikeouts to start the 4th. Butch Hobson up now, 0 for 1. And he'll ground back to the pitcher, and Wise is a 3 range. So 1 through 3 will be a hit. And he'll handle it cleanly, throw over to Thornton, and that'll retire the side. So 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 5th. Marvel Blanks will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And so, range play for Hobson. Never like to see those. And he's going to get it, but the question is, will he be able to handle it? And he does. So Hobson bobbles it a little bit, but is able to get control of it and throws it over to Scott for the first out. So Willie Horton up now, 0 for 2. It's going to be a catcher range check. It's going to be a little grounder in front of the plate. Fisk is able to handle it. Over to first. 2 down. Alright, next up will be Ron Pruitt, 0 for 1. It does have a run scored. So Stanley seems to have really calmed things down. Again, spoke a little too soon as he fires a single. As Pruitt hits a single right past Burleson. And the Indians have a 2-out base runner. Rick Manning will come up now. And he'll get under one and pop it at Scott, and that will retire the side. So up to 5.5. Indians lead it 6-0 over the Red Sox. Check out your out-of-town scoreboard here. Seattle leads Oakland 7-5. Baltimore leads Kansas City 5-2. Texas is blanking Detroit 2-0. Milwaukee leads the Yankees by 1. The White Sox lead the Blue Jays 6-4, and the California Angels lead the Minnesota Twins are tied at 1. So top of the order will be up, Jerry Remy. And he's going to get his pitch, and he's going to hit one straightaway center field. It's going to rattle around a little bit. He's going to runs around second. He's going to try to head to third, and he's safe. So a nice start to the bottom of the 6th. A leadoff triple for Jerry Remy. Rick Burleson up now, 0 for 2. See if he can get this run home. And he's going to have himself a single up the middle. Remy will come home easily. And the Red Sox are on the board. 10th RBI for Burleson. Jim Rice up now, 1 for 2. See if he can keep this inning going. Oh, ground ball to Blanks. Picks it up. And then turns the double play. So much for that big inning. Kyle Yastrzemski up now. He's going to ground back to Wise. Up with it over to Thornton. And that'll retire the side. But the Red Sox do score 1 and get on the board. And now trail by 5 going to the 7th. So Bob Stanley still looks good. We'll keep him out there at least for another inning. Fly ball to Evans. He'll make the play. And that'll be 1 down. Paul Dade. He's had a perfect day. He's 3 for 3 with a double. Right off the game with a bunt single. This time he grounds it back to Stanley. Goes over to Scott. 2 down. Johnny Grubb now, 1 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. And he'll line out to, looks like Remy. Jumps and catches it for the out. 7th inning stretch. So here's the question. At age 40, Willie Mays was to lead the league in a category for the last time. What was it? What was this category? I'm going to say outfield assists. Let's see what it is. Walks. He led the league in walks. Interesting. So thank you for that trivia question. So Fisk will lead it up here in the bottom of the 7th. And he's going to be the 6th column. He's going to ground right back to the pitcher. Wise up with it over to first. So Wise has been very economical. He's only thrown 75 pitches here in the 7th. 6+ innings. He's only given up 5 hits and 1 run. So Fred Lynn up now, 0 for 2. And looks like he's going to get a hold of one. Is it enough? No. Paul Day jumps and he's got the ball. Makes a great running catch. So the boomer up now, George Scott. 1 for 2 on the day. And he's going to have himself a foul ball. Just out of the reach. And he's got a 1-hop. 1-hop single to center field. Manning's up with it. So 2-out base knock for George Scott. White Evans up now. In 217 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. Hoping to give the Red Sox another run on the board. Oh, he lines out, thank goodness. Well, there's a line out max, but since you're already 2 outs, it's just the last out. Now to retire the side. So we head to the 8th. Red Sox down by 5. Buddy Bell will lead it off. 1 for 3 in the day with an RBI. And so he's going to fly out to Yastrzemski. Drifts over and makes the catch. So again, Stanley has done really well since he's come in. He's pitched 3 innings of relief and hasn't not allowed a run, only 1 hit. Andre Thornton up now. Oh, spoke too soon. He gets a hold of one and hits a solo home run over the Green Monster. So Indians add to the lead and now lead at 7-1. Blank's up now with 1 out. And he'll strike out swinging. Texas is all over Detroit now, up their lead to 11-1. Seattle leads Oakland 8-6. Baltimore leads Kansas City 5-2. Brewers lead the Yankees 3-1. Excuse me. White Sox lead the Blue Jays 6-4, and the Angels are ahead of Minnesota 4-2. Willie Horton up now. He's going to be off of his 3 column. He's going to get his pitch. But he just gets underneath it and fouls out to Fisk. So that'll retire the side. Rick Wise still out there for another inning. So he pitched 84 pitches. Hobson 0 for 2. And he'll line out to Kuiper. for the first out of the inning. Jerry Remy up now. He's had one of the only bright spots for the Red Sox today. He's 2 for 3 with a triple. Came around to score the Red Sox a run. Oh, gets a hold of one, but just doesn't have enough of it. As Paul Dade makes the catch on the warning track. Rick Burleson up now, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he's got himself his second hit of the day. Alright, Jim Rice, we need a big home run from you now. 1 for 3. And it's off of Wise's 5 column, not the column he wants. And he'll pop out to Kuiper, second baseman, and that will retire the side. So the Red Sox failed to score here in the 8th. And after 8 full, trail 7-1. Do we leave Stanley in? There has been some action in the Red Sox bullpen. We're going to bring in Jim Wright. He's been warming up along with Tom Bergmeyer. I think we're going to bring in Jim Wright for the righty. Righty-righty matchup. Jim Wright comes into the game with a 2-0 record. 7 innings pitched, 10 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So he'll face Pruitt, Manning, and Kuiper. It's going to be off his 6th column. And Pruitt greets him with a double to center field. The leadoff runner here is on in the 8th. Sorry, in the top of the 9th. Rick Manning up now. And he'll strike him out swinging. Swung a terrible pitch there. Kuiper up now, 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Burleson will make the play. Gloves it. Over to second. Oh, no. Looks like his only play is going to be to first. Pruitt will hold at second. And 2 outs. So Paul Dade up now. 3 for 4 with a double. Looks like he's going to get his pitch. Now single to center. We'll throw for the lead runner. Coming home. And Pruitt's going to score. And that'll be the 8th Indians run of the day. Johnny Grau up now, 1 for 3 with a couple RBIs. This is turning into much like the game that was played in real life. This game, it was 13-4 Indians. So it's looking a lot like that right now. So Buddy Bell up now with 2 down. And he gets a hold of one. He's going to hit it over the green monster. Way out of here. That's 3 more runs, and the Indians now lead it 11-1. So that's going to be it for Jim Wright. So much for his 0 ERA. Blooms up to 4.50 now. Sim takes the ball from him. And let's see who we're going to have come in. We're going to have Tom Bergmeyer come in and get some work. Kind of a mop-up situation here. And it's going to be ground ball to Burleson. He's up with it. Over to first. And finally, that mercifully will retire the side. So the Indians now lead at 11-1. Yastrzemski up now. And he flies out to right, one down. Fisk up, he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. Bob Montgomery's going to come on to pinch hit. He has yet to appear in a game so far, so he's going to come in and pinch hit for his first pinch hit of the season. His first at bat of the season. A .241 hitter with 5 runs batted in. Just 29 at bats. It's going to be off his 2 column. And he will strike out swinging. So you can definitely see the rust on Monty. Freddie Lynn coming up now. We're going to pinch hit for Fred Lynn also. See if we can get an at bat for bring in Bob Bailey. He hasn't had an at bat. Oops. Oops. Who did I bring him in for? I didn't bring him in for anybody. So Bob Bailey comes in now. Hit just a .191 with 4 homers and 9 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to blanks. Range check. And looks like he's going to have himself a single. So he cannot get to it. And a 2-out single for Bob Bailey. George Scott coming up now, 2 for 3. And he's going to line out to Kuiper. Makes a nice play, and that will end the ball game. So mercifully, this game is over. The Red Sox were never in it past the 3rd inning. The Red Sox lose 11-1. So Rick Wise pitches a complete game, allowing just 1 run on 8 hits. Walks 1 and strikes out 6. Alan Ripley takes the loss, as he did in the actual game. He did last 4 innings, which is 4 innings longer than he did in the original game. So he allowed 6 runs in 4 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. ERA blooms to 10.13. Bob Stanley did a great job in relief, allowed just 1 run in 4 innings of work, just 1 run on 2 hits, with a strikeout. And that 1 run was a home run to Andre Thornton. Jim Wright did not have his best stuff today. Gives up 4 runs in just 2/3 of an inning. Paul Dade goes 4 for 5 with 3 runs batted in and 3 runs scored for the Indians. Buddy Bell also had a great day. 2 for 5 with 4 runs batted in, a home run and 4 runs batted in. The Red Sox, not really much to talk about there. Remy Burleson and Scott each had 2 hits. Burleson got his 10th RBI of the season. And that is going to be it. So let's check our standings. Hold on. It's not there. League stats. Okay. There it is. So the Red Sox fall to 8-5, but still maintain first place. So 1 game ahead of the Yankees. and Baltimore, who are both at 7-6. Red Sox are actually 9-4. At 9-4 at this point on the season, so they're one game behind that. Kansas City leads the West with record of 8-3. Minnesota does lead in wins though with 10 wins, but they played. Wow, Minnesota's played 6 more games than Kansas City. So Kansas City has had some rainouts. So that's going to be it. Cleveland improves to 4-6. So we'll be back tomorrow with the rubber game of the series. Red Sox hoping to get a win and win the series. So that will be it. So we're almost at the end of April also. So when we hit the end of April, we'll give a recap of the month and show you some stats so far. So again, thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from High Ground Gaming, and we will see you in the next 1978 Red Sox replay. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.